G'day everybody, it's Ben from DEKOM here. I've had a few questions lately around the headphone and microphone solution I use for video calls. So I just thought I'd do a quick run through on my setup here. And we'll have a look at both my headphone and microphone setup and my microphone and speaker setup that I use on my desktop. I spend a lot of time on video calls even prior to this whole COVID-19 thing. I'd spend a couple of hours a day on a call, and I do that on a number of different video conferencing clients, Lifesize, Starleaf, Zoom, Google. I use the whole lot of them. So I need to find a solution that works with all of them and works nicely. These days with USB connectivity, there don't seem to be too many dramas there. But let's have a quick look at what I use. So a few people have seen my headphone setup. This is a bit abnormal for video conferencing, a bit left of center. I've tried a number of different business type headphone solutions. I've tried some Bluetooth solutions, and to be honest, I'm dead set against Bluetooth. I find there's a whole bunch of connectivity issues, dropouts, poor audio quality, battery life, range, a whole bunch of issues. So at the end of the day, I've gone for a cabled solution. I just like the reliability of it, and I know that every time I fire up a video conferencing client and jump in a call, that audio is going to work. Now, I could have gone for one of the more business-centric solutions from the likes of Poly, Jabra, a few of the other generic headset manufacturers out there. But I like listening to music as well. And I probably spend as much time listening to music whilst I'm working as I do on video calls. So I needed something that would give me a good music experience and also a good video conferencing experience. So what I've got in my hands is a pair of Audeze LCD Gxs. If we just have a quick look here. So these are the headphones here. Now, they're not the cheapest headphones on earth. They're an audiophile grade headphone aimed at gamers. And that's why they come equipped with a microphone. I think Audeze's probably missed the mark here a little bit in that they're aiming them at gamers, but I think they're a great business solution for someone who's happy to spend this kind of money on a set of headphones. What makes them different to most of the other solutions out there is that they are truly a high-end audio solution. So the music out of these things is great. They've also managed to get a really good microphone in them. As you can see in the picture, there's a boom microphone on them. It's not a background noise suppression or noise cancelling type microphone, but the feedback that I'm getting from everybody is that the audio is crystal clear on these things. One of the other things I like about them that is different to most business headphone solutions out there is, if you can see, the back of them is what's called an open speaker. So these are not closed back speakers, they're not active noise cancelling speakers, they actually let a lot of background noise through. And when I'm working, especially listening to music, I like to be able to listen to what's happening in the background. I like to be alert of my surroundings, I like to know what's going on. I don't want to be completely isolated from my environment. So I find that open back headphones are a good way to go. If I was using something like a Jabra headset, a more traditional contact center type headset, I would always go for a mono because I like to be able to hear out of one ear. The other benefit I find with open back and mono type headphones is that you can attenuate your volume properly. You don't speak loudly because you can hear your environment and how loud you're talking. You tend to talk at a more natural volume. I find that when you've got noise cancelling headphones on or passive noise cancelling headphones, so closed headphones, you tend to talk a lot louder because you can't hear your own volume. So for me, the open back is a great thing for business, and they actually produce really good music. It's a joy to sit and listen to these things all day long. I've had a lot of people say that they're massive, they look like they're going to cause an issue with your neck and everything like that. No, I won't lie, these things aren't light. They're the best part of half a kilo, maybe a little bit more. But the way these guys have set them up, they're very comfortable. The headband takes a lot of load off, and as you can see, there's a whole bunch of holes in it, so they don't get hot during the day. The ear pads are memory foam ear pads. They're extremely comfortable. I find it really nice to sit in these things all day long and work and listen to music. they, as I said, they are quite an expensive solution. Being such a big headphone, they don't work great out of your microphone port. You know, a lot of microphone ports will drive, sorry, not microphone ports, headphone ports. Your headphone port on your phone or your computer will drive them, but it'll struggle. So what I've done in my setup is use a headphone amp from a company called Schiit Audio, who's an American company who makes these things here in the US. Now, what you see here is a device called the Fulla. It's both a headphone amplifier, so it amplifies the audio signal to drive the headphones to give you high quality music, but it's also got a microphone input, which is cabled back to the microphone on the headphones. And then it's a single USB connection back into the computer. There's no power required for it, although you can power them separately if you need to, but most computers will drive this little headphone amp. There's a big volume knob on top, so you can adjust the volume. It's a great little device that's quite affordable. So it delivers great quality music and gives you a really high quality microphone input into your computer. And you can use this thing with tablets and mobile devices if you need to. Now, obviously, we're starting to get a bit expensive here. By the time you take an $8.99 set of headphones coupled with I think the Fuller device is $199. You know, we're getting over $1,000 for a headphone and microphone setup, which is a bit out of reach for most people in their business environment. But there are some slightly cheaper solutions out there. If we have a look at a company called Dan Clarke Audio, these guys have put together a great little bundle with the headphones that they make, coupled with a headphone and microphone device like the Fuller. It's from the same company, but this one's called the Hell. It's a bit more expensive, but in this bundle that Dan Clarke Audio is doing, you get the headphones, you get the amplifier device. This is an upgraded device. It's actually got a microphone volume knob on it as well, so you can change your microphone volume on the fly, which is quite easy. And it comes with a great microphone solution that clips onto the side of the headphones. So once again, you're getting high quality audio for your music experience. You're getting a great little amplifier to drive it all, and a really good microphone solution for conference calling, webinars, webcasting, streaming, you know, all of the above. I highly recommend either this or the Audeze solution if you really like your music. Now, I've switched over the microphone on the headphones here. You can probably hear the difference between the microphone I was using before and the microphone on the headphones. I wouldn't say one was better than the other, but there's definitely a clarity difference between the two. So let's do a quick run through of the setup I use when I'm not on headphones. So if I just want to sit on a call with speakers and a microphone. So here's a quick photo of my desktop setup. You'll see either side of my monitor a pair of blue speakers. These are a pair of KEF LSXs. They're a great little pair of wireless speakers. They've got Bluetooth connectivity, Wi-Fi with Google support and Apple AirPlay support. They support, you know, all the major streaming platforms like Spotify, Qobuz, Tidal, a couple of others in there, Deezer I think there is. You can control them from your mobile phone, and they've also got physical connectivity via optical. So I've actually got them hooked up via an optical cable back into a little USB adapter on my Mac Mini. That's how I use them day in, day out. So they provide the audio out. They don't have any microphone built in, obviously. As I said, they're aimed at music. And you'll also see in front of the screen, you know, the kind of upper left, a big silver microphone. And what that is a Shure MV-51. So one of these guys here. Now, Shure is well known for their microphone solutions. You know, they make a lot of pro audio equipment. The MV-51 is a really good high quality microphone product from these guys, aimed at webcasters, podcasters, streaming, and we're finding it to be a really good microphone for video calls. The pickup on it is really good. You don't have to have it right in front of you. There's a whole bunch of different settings on it, so it'll do some digital processing on board. There's a setting there for, you know, speaking or voice. There's also got music modes and a couple of other modes if you're a musician. So it's quite a flexible microphone. Once again, not the cheapest solution out there, but when you're spending a lot of time on video calls, I think it's well worth spending the money to get some high quality equipment. Once again, this is a cabled solution. You'll notice a distinct lack of Bluetooth equipment in my setup. I just find once again that Bluetooth is a little unreliable. I've had a whole bunch of dramas with it, especially when you try and start multitasking across devices. So that's a quick overview of the equipment I'm using. I'm really happy with it all. As I said, it's weighted more towards music, but I'm finding it to be a very good setup for video calls, of which I do spend a lot of time on. I think it's probably a good eye-opener for a few people out there that just because you're doing business calls all the time doesn't mean you need to keep buying business equipment. There are some other solutions out there that provide some really good alternatives. That's it for today. We'll see everyone soon.